We're off. It's 1:13 on Friday the 13th, and we're heading over to Gatlinburg to see what we can find to do over there. I think that's where the car museum is, and I think there's some shopping, and hopefully we can find some lunch because we're all really hungry. We'll see you when we get there.
Welcome to Gatlinburg, Tennessee from the LandShark Bar and Grill. You know how much we love Jimmy Buffett, and we've never been to a LandShark before.
Alright, let's give the Hawaiian burger a try and see how good it is. The Smoky Mountains are about as far away from the beach as you can get, but yet there's still a Margaritaville Resort here. I had to come clear to the Smoky Mountains to see Kyle tying his shoes. Gatlinburg's one big tourist trap, but we kind of like that kind of stuff. We decided to come into Hollywood Star Cars and check out all the cars from the movies. This one's pretty obvious, the Flintstone Mobile. Yabba dabba doo. Hopefully this is not what Kyle's Camaro looks like after he gets done driving it to school. This is James Dean's Porsche that he was killed in. It's been known as the cursed car. Here's a car every kid growing up in the 80s wanted. Jalopy from the Beverly Hillbillies. Police car from Andy Griffith. One of the things we like to do during the first big storm of the year is watch Twister. This is the truck from Twister with Dorothy in the back.
I am the voice of Night Industry 2000's microprocessor, KITT for easy reference, a KIT if you prefer.
But there's no cause for alarm. A voice module is one of my special features.
DeLorean from Back to the Future. Let's take a look and see if we got the flux capacitor in here. Yep, there it is. There's the flux capacitor. Who are you gonna call? Here's Cole Trickle's car from Days of Thunder. Of course, everybody knows the Love Bug.
Grandma, why'd you make Grandpa sell his Challenger?
And then we have a bunch of cars from the Fast and the Furious movies. Corvette Grand Sport. Mitsubishi Eclipse, Dodge Charger RT, the Batmobile from 1992's Batman Returns, truck from S.H.I.E.L.D. and all the Avengers. Okay, tourist trap number 2, Guinness Book of World Records. The Guinness Book of World Records Museum is more arcade than it is museum. Upstairs you'll find exhibits and information on current Guinness record holders. In the basement, however, there are over 20 interactive games where you can try to set your own record, competing against other people for that day or people in your party. Of course, Kyle and I competed against each other. And since I'm editing the video, you can guess who won most of these competitions.
You went too early. What? Oh, 15? I didn't know you get more than 7.
So my family can have a tendency sometimes to exaggerate, overreact. So when Kyle came in and said, "Dad, there's water all over the floor," I assumed he just meant the condensation from the ceiling was dripping on the floor and was wet. Well, that's not quite what happened. We had a faucet that got left open just a little bit, and funny thing is, when you do that, the water runs into the holding tank, fills up the holding tank, runs over the top of the sink, runs all into the back compartment of the camper, runs down the drain holes, fills up the underside of the camper with water, and yeah, kind of makes a mess. So we had that fun at 11 o'clock tonight when we came home. So we've just about got it all cleaned up and everything's drying out now. No big deal. We'll just have to let things dry out, do a load of towels, because we had a lot of towels to sop up the mess, and I'll have to put the undercarriage of the camper back together before we go home. But yeah, it was a fun thing, and Kyle wasn't even exaggerating. There was water all over the back of the camper. All that being said, we still had a really fun day. When you travel, sometimes you just have to go with the flow. Believe it or not, that's not even the worst thing that's ever happened to us. Maybe one of these days I'll make a video about all the blown tires, mechanical problems, hailstorms we've been through. But for tonight, I think we're going to end it here. If you've liked this video, click the like button. If you want to continue to follow along our adventures, click the subscribe button and see where we end up tomorrow. Until next time, have a good night.